Now, what is primary deficit? Primary deficit refers to the difference between fiscal deficit of the current year and the interest payments on the previous borrowings. So, primary deficit, what is primary deficit? It is the difference between what? Current year deficit and interest payments on the previous borrowing. Current year deficit and interest payments on previous borrowings. So difference between these two is primary deficit. Now implications, what are the implications of this primary deficit? What are the indications of this primary deficit? It indicates how much the government borrowings are going to meet the expenses other than the interest payments. Obviously, if it is a difference between the fiscal deficit of the current year and interest payments on the previous borrowings, then obviously the rest of the money that will be left over with the government, that is only the way through which the government will meet the expenses. So it indicates how much the government borrowings are going to meet expenses other than interest payments. Difference between fiscal deficit of the current year and interest payment on the previous borrowings. Difference between these two will say how much reserve is remaining, how much revenue is remaining with the bank, with the government. That will tell us how much it will meet the expenses. So the difference between fiscal deficit and primary deficit shows the amount of interest. All these are not needed. So a low zero primary deficit indicates that interest commitments have forced the government to borrow. Next, so now how can it be corrected? It is seen that in the recent years, the interest payments on the past borrowings have increased a lot. Okay, so the government should take immediate action to repay the loans as fast as possible. Okay, so primary deficit is what? It is the difference between fiscal deficit of the current year and interest payments on the previous borrowings. Now, this indicates how much amount of reserves is remaining with the government to meet its expenses. How can it be solved? The government should immediately pay off the previous borrowings, because in the recent year the interest payments of the borrowings has increased. Okay. Now we will move on to the next part, that is plan and non-plan expenditure, developmental and non-developmental expenditure. Now, first we have planned expenditure and non-planned expenditure. Planned expenditure is the expenditure which is already detailed in the 5-year plans. We will be discussing the 5-year plans in the Indian economics. It is a policy type of the government where a 5-year plan is made and a particular target is given that this much growth we have to achieve. And some goals are given like poverty alleviation, making India self-sufficient. All these objectives and goals are there. So these are the 5-year plans. So planned expenditure is the expenditure which is already detailed in the 5-year plans. Okay. Next is the non-planned expenditure. Non-planned expenditure is the expenditure which is not detailed in the 5-year plan. Okay. Now, non-planned expenditure means the expenditure on defense, law and order, other administrative services of the government, then other, you can say, routine functioning of the government. However, planned expenditure means expenditure on transport, communication, irrigation, agriculture and the allied activities. All these comes under the planned expenditure. So planned expenditure is expenditure on agriculture, allied activities, then transport, communication, energy sector. Non-planned is on law and order, defense and other regular expenditure of the government. Okay. Next is developmental and non-developmental expenditure. Now, developmental expenditure is the expenditure which is related directly to the economic and social development of the country. So, economic and social development of the country is like education, health, sanitation, irrigation, agriculture, industry. All these comes under the direct economic and social development of the country. However, non-development expenditure are the expenditure which is not directly involved in the social development or economic development of the country. It is generally incurred in the general services of the government. So, non-developmental expenditure are incurred in the general services by the government, and it does not directly contribute to the economic and social welfare. Indirectly, it contributes to the economic and social welfare, like administrative services, law, defense of the country. All these are not directly contributing to the economic and social welfare, but due to them, the police service, law and order, administration service, defense, all these indirectly are helping us so that we can remain safe, so that we can remain good. So these non-developmental expenditure are the essential general services provided by the government. Okay, and developmental expenditure are the expenditure directly related to the economic and social expenditure of the government. Okay, now by this we come to the end of the chapter. Now before concluding, development expenditure is generally related to the productivity, or the productive nature, or you can say that developmental expenditure is productive in nature. Developmental expenditure is productive in nature, and non-developmental expenditure is concerned with the productivity of the working class. So developmental expenditure is related to the is productive in nature. So developmental expenditure is productive in nature, and non-developmental expenditure is related to the productivity of the working class. Moreover, the last thing that I'm going to say is planned expenditure. Planned expenditure arises only when plans are provided, and non-planned expenditure must to be provided by the government. Planned expenditure is only incurred when it is provided. Non-planned expenditure is must to be provided by the government. Okay, these are the last things. So by this I conclude the chapter. Next week I will be moving to the next chapter. Okay, so hope you all have understood.